Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you've never been here before, I'm Ron. I have the new AVATA with me right here behind me. I'm gonna just do a quick test with the DJI motion controller for the AVATA. And really quickly, you got the trigger for accelerate, decelerate. You've got a brake over here, which will halt the AVATA right in its tracks. Also, it's a return to home. A lock button, which is the red button on here. Hopefully this is in focus. And because I'm shooting this myself, and a mode button for normal and sport mode. As well as a tilt and a record. And the first thing that we're gonna do is fire up the motors, double click the red lock button to start the motors up, and then hold down, press and hold down the lock button to get the aircraft off the ground. So let's test this out. Actually, here's a good demo, and you guys can see this. If I'm turning the controller left and right, you can see the aircraft itself turning. And then if I go up and down this way, the gimbal itself, the camera gimbal's going up and down. And if I want to freeze, hit the brake button here. And now, whatever I do with the controller, let me move this away from me so you can hear. Sorry about that. I should have moved the drone a little further away from me before I started doing that. But as you can see, when I was rotating this way and this way, the drone itself will rotate. And then when I do this up and down, the gimbal on the camera starts going up and down. So I started the recording in the goggles. And to do that, I just swipe down on the little touchpad on the side, and there's a record button there. And let me just, this is my first flight with this, so let's see how we do. Again, I've never, make sure I'm in frame. Where am I at? Get my bearings. Okay, there I am. I haven't used this. It's my first time demoing it with you guys, so this is kind of new to me. I do like the OSD in the goggles and the aircraft warning. And the display in here is really nice and clear, which is nice. It's almost sunset here. I do have ND filters, but I didn't put them on as of yet. Turn around. See if we can come down between these trees. Again, I'm just getting a feel for this. This is a totally different experience for me because I'm used to flying with an actual FPV controller. I have the TBS Tango 2 controller, so I've never used this motion controller. Here we come, coming in. It's nice though, this feels good. It's gonna take me a little getting used to. Cruising around the back of the church here. I'm looking at the controller signal on the bottom. Some wires there. And the video signal. Both look really good. Now with my normal FPV system, I would say the signal would have dropped a lot more than 50 megabit per second going behind that building. So already I'm impressed with the signal strength I'm getting with this controller. The video is really clean. Hopefully that comes through when I share this with you. And this is normal mode. I'm not in sports mode. I'm just trying to get a feel for it. I'm getting the storage is full. I had this running in the background earlier while I was setting everything up. But I like this. This is fun. Still figure 50 megabit per second. That's good, considering where I'm at. Turn off there. Some people walking. 20. Dropping down a little bit, which isn't surprised. Right now I'm at 22 megabit per second, which doesn't surprise me because I'm on the back side of the building and I'm actually facing away from the drone. I'm facing toward the field in the back there. But I like it. Oh, there's a warning. Aircraft nearby. There's a little plane up ahead. I can see it, and I'm getting aircraft nearby warning in the OSD, which is interesting. This is nice, though. This is fun to fly. And like I said, I'm going to test it with the regular controller. But I did want to play around with this just for fun, I can definitely see how this could be picked up relatively quickly by anybody. A little tighter in here. And there's the home point, so I always see where I'm at. It's nice, feels good. Very responsive, feels very responsive. There's a bird. I can see the bird flying by. There's another bird. Another warning, aircraft nearby. This does feel nice. The maneuverability is really good through these trees. I can't believe it's still 50 megabit back here behind these buildings. I mean, I'm all the way behind these buildings and I'm facing the opposite direction. So I'm very, very impressed with the signal strength. I gotta keep my eye where I'm going though. I'm trying to look at the OSD. Sun's going down, that looks nice. Yeah, this is fun, this is nice. Like I said, I just wanted to play around with this. I'm definitely not going to be making this my normal flight controller, but I did want to certainly play around with it. This is something I could hand off to my wife or my kids, and certainly play around with this thing and pick it up pretty quickly. Again, my first time ever using this motion controller, and it feels really good. Like I said, I haven't put it in sports mode yet. It's my first flight. Now this I paid with, obviously not obvious, but with my own hard-earned money. So all said and done, ND filters, which aren't on here right now, separate DJI controller 2. Extra batteries, care refresh. I got a 1-year care refresh. I mean, it ran me, all said and total, over $2,000 for this whole setup. So I'm in no rush to crash this thing. This is not a demo. I didn't get it from DJI. No one's going to send me a replacement if I drop it into the water behind these trees. There's a Redden River runs behind here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so that's normal mode. Sun's going down. Let me quickly turn this over to sports mode. There's sports mode. I see it in the LED. Let me see how sports mode feels. kick it up a notch. The sun is going down, and right now it's a little hard to see some of the shadowing in the background here, where I'm direction I'm flying. And like I said, that's because I'm flying into the sun, and it might be the settings in the goggles currently. It's my first flight. Flies very nice though. Said no rush to crash this thing. Just want to get a feel for it, but I can see how you could also use this motion controller as a main controller if that was something that you're interested in doing. Little path back here. Lost my bearings a little bit. Like I said, it's getting a little darker back here. Follow this trail back, sort of 40 megabit, 50 megabit. I get a little distracted when I look down in that corner. Still at 50. Come by the water tower here. And we're going to bring it in a second. $15 megabit. All right, and then for the landing, if I'm understanding this correctly, I could hit the return to home, or I could point this down, straight down. And I believe it'll land. So now I'm getting a low battery warning. And it's actually returning to home on its own. Here it comes. I'm not steering it. And let's see if it hits the landing pad. And low battery landed on its own. So it missed the landing pad by just, I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up. Sorry about that. It's missing. Power this down. So it missed the landing pad by just a small hair, but that felt really good. Let me power this off. Hold that. Power it down. This motion controller feels good. So I hope you got some value out of this. Like I said, I definitely wanted to play with this. I'm going to be down at the New Jersey shores this weekend for Labor Day weekend. I hope everyone has a nice Labor Day weekend. I'm going to see if I can post this tonight. Hopefully, let me actually turn off the, see if it's still recording. Nope, the recording stopped. So it looks like the recording stops automatically. I'll have to check that out. I powered this off before I stopped the recording, but it also said the SD card was full. So I got to see how that plays out. Hopefully I got this footage. That's really it for this video. Stay tuned. I'll have more. Have a nice Labor Day weekend. We'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video if you got any value out of it. Almost forgot that. See you later.